Doo-doo, doo-doo. And we're back in the wonderful world of cannabis. Okay, this time Hempco Food and Fiber Inc. on the Toronto Stock Venture, HEMP. And I'm still scrolling down. We're starting to get a good view of where the leaders were when they exploded, what they're doing now, pulling back. And then we spotted a few that were on the way up, like Village Farms, and that are exploding now, like Delta 9 Cannabis. And now this is the next one I have on my hit list. That's Borderline, right before it's happening. Let's look at the monthly, guys. They all pretty much had this pattern, like the IPO type syndrome. Explode. Crazy wick. On the monthly, that has a lot of meaning, and then go down, and then you're sideways moving for a while because you gotta digest all that craziness. This is like a crazy way to create resistance, right? People buying, and the more volume we had, people buying up here. Next time we go up, there's gonna be resistance, man. These people are gonna be they've been waiting for months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months. They're getting impatient, and they probably have their sell stops at break even, and they're going to just want to bail. So we want to make sure that we're above resistance when we play the breakout. But that's the beauty of sideways move. Whenever I see this now in the monthly, these type of candles, and we're seeing this maybe also on Tilray, TLRY, it needs time to digest. Because either people had their sell stops to sell, to come to break even whenever they get here, or as time erodes, human emotions, they might need that money, they're just running and they just take a loss and they'll sell here. So that's what all this churning is. Consolidation is just redistributing, new hands getting in, and the old hands that got here, hopefully they're out. So the next time we have a breakout, it'll be meaningful, and we won't have to run into crazy resistance on the way. So this is what's happening right here. Every time we have those wicks, that's people that bought here, man, selling in, sellers, bring it back down, and it's just ironing itself out, guys. All right, so what do we have? I have two targets. This one here, remember, shorter, closer patterns to breakout lines, more probable of being reached. So it closed above 167. Implied measure move 207, 208, right under this natural resistance here that we might get off. So I like that. And there's a bigger pattern, more greedy pattern, further away from the breakout line. And that one, I don't like it too much because it has to go through this natural resistance right here. I always do what I call profit or target considerations, and I adjust them to make sure I'm the right side to be able to get triggered out and lock in my money instead of risking because I think that, well, that's the implied measure move. It has to be that. I've adapted over the years, and I'd rather get out. And sometimes when I have targets, I go out. It's just maybe I misread the chart. I got greedy. I always see the bigger pattern and, oh, look at that crazy risk to reward. Well, over the years, I trust more smaller, tighter patterns closer to breakout lines than bigger ones further away. But whatever that happens here is now we're going to have a big pattern. So when we get this breakout here above 168 and we reach that target here, might have some sideways move here. And then after that, we'd have this big pattern. Let me squish that down. And this is just my imagination going wild. And this will be the next pattern after that. And up here, I'm going to reach those previous crazy highs here. Might have some resistance here, but this is not a close. This is noise, so we could be able to get through that. And after that, well, sky is the limit to the moon. And whenever you hear somebody say that, look out below. All right. So that's pretty much it for the monthly. Let's zoom in and do some Stan Weinstein. Oh, look here, green zone. That means price action above 30-week average, inclining 30-week average, and outperforming the SPX. Check, check, check. The only thing I don't like is a little bit, you see that Ichimoku cloud? That's support and resistance, and the skinnier it is, well, the less. That means we've been sideways moving for a while, and all this overhead resistance here has been brought down to a trickle. Let me move that. See that when I move? So this is twice the average of the previous 4 weeks, guys. We might want to wait one more week, or at least the end of the September, and hopefully we get a crazy, even more volume on the next candle that's going to go close, definite close over 168 above Ichimoku cloud, and that'll confirm that monthly target here of this pattern all the way up here to get that bigger pattern. And I'll even confirm even more the stage 2, guys. Remember, more price action is above the 30-week average, and more it's inclining. Stan always says there's 40-50% move before you actually get in. Well, that's because you have the breakouts here that's starting to turn the price up, and then sideways move, then another breakout that's going to bring it up and create all that momentum. So this is really early, where somebody could want to enter right here. If you get really like right here, you could say that that's the breakout right here, this breakout candle right here. Wait, remove all drawing tools. Cleaner. Somebody could say that this was the breakout right here. But you see how the price action came back down? That overhead resistance, the Ichimoku cloud defined resistance. Not a super big fan. This candle right here. Whoa. This volume looks like nothing, but once you take out, there you go, twice the average volume. And we have the Mansfield indicator going upwards, guys. Not bad. How much time left for the end of the month? Yeah, 1 week. Let's wait it out and get that extra confirmation to make sure that you're really out. You're still very close to 30-week average. Very good risk to reward. If you want to put yourself stop below 30-week average, you're well protected. And the more you have resistance tested here, that resistance will become support. So once you break out, you could trust more and more that resistance line as a barrier that should protect you from a pullback becoming a reversal. That pullback could be a simple, healthy pullback and then goes back up. What else could we look at, guys? This looks pretty good. Can I compare it to HMMJ? Underperforming the index, the ETF there, that's covering pretty much those cannabis stocks. And hopefully that could be another reason just to wait. Maybe that extra week, that next candle, that's going to coincide with the weekly close, with probably a monthly close. And maybe have that turn up so it could outperform our peers. Another good sign if you're outperforming your peers. And I'm trying to find reasons not to enter. This is pretty much it. I want the monthly close above 167. And I think that's going to bring me to next week, guys. But definitely one of the next ones to probably explode. Hempco, hemp on the TSX, guys. All right. Thanks for listening. All right. Ciao, guys.